Fresh from the showcase here at SwissWatchExpo, we're talking about the Patek Philippe World Time. It's one of my favorite watches. We've talked before about various GMT watches, but this just takes everything to a whole new level. You might recall that in the 1800s, the 19th century, that most cities used to set their own town clock by when the sun was at its zenith, that it would be right at the top. At noon, they would set it by that. So you would have, say, a situation where in Boston at 12:23, it would be 12 noon in New York. So once the train travel started and trains would leave one city and arrive in another, they would arrive at the local time. It was confusing to everyone. So there was a big conference that was put together to set up a system where the world could kind of make sense of all the time differences around the world. And they came up with a system where they divided the world into 24 different meridians. Each one is a 1 hour jump from the one before it, the 24 time zones. And the center one is the one that runs through Greenwich and London. That it is the GMT, that's the Greenwich Mean Time. That's where that term comes from. So now we have a system that's very reliable. Here in Atlanta, for example, we're GMT -5, so we're always 5 hours behind London, behind London. And some of the countries, though, kind of play with that. For example, in China, where it spans 8 different time zones, they use one time through the entire country. And I'm sure that's extremely confusing. In some places, it's going to be dark almost all day, all morning, and then light all night. But they deal with it. Other places, like, for example, notoriously in India, they used to have 2 different time zones. They had Bombay time and Calcutta time, but they eventually decided, because they were right between the 2 time zones, that they wanted one halfway between time zone for their whole country. So that's the way India works right now. They're on a half-hour time zone, but the entire country's on one time zone. So the challenge became, if you're someone who does business, if you travel a lot, if you need to communicate with people in another time zone, it'd be nice to be able to know what time it is in more than one place at once. So most GMT watches show the main time zone where you are and one other time zone through use of a GMT hand. In the 1930s, a famous watchmaker, not to be confused with Louis Cartier of the Cartier watch company, his name is Louis Cottier, Cottier, invented a system to show 24 different time zones at the same time. And in the 1950s, he helped Patek Philippe come out with the World Time watch. One of those original ones, by the way, let's see, it's a reference number 2523, recently sold for about $9 million. So I don't think we're going to be carrying those anytime soon. But in 2000, Patek Philippe revamped the World Time line, and they came out with the 5110, which is a 37 millimeter watch, and that's this one right here on the left. It's a really beautiful watch. It has a very, very thin movement. When you think about everything that this movement does, as you push the button here and you can advance through the time zones, it rotates a inner ring and an outer ring, as well as the hour hand of the watch. And so at any moment, you can read anywhere on the watch what the time is in any other time zone. Now, these are the 24 main time zones. There are 37 time zones, I understand. So just be an understanding, if you were in one of those off time zones, you would just need to make your own mental calculation. But these are the 24 main time zones. Most of the main cities in the world are represented. And it's an incredible movement. The dial is gorgeous on this one. The hour hand is a traditional looking hour hand compared to the later model. The center of the dial is a dark blue guilloche finish. And the case on this one is in platinum. The reference number on it is 5110P, indicating it's a platinum watch. When you look at the side of it, the lugs are really beautiful. They're curved. And just aesthetically, even if you never used the World Time function, this is just one of the most beautiful watches ever. It has the exhibition case back, so you can see that 22 karat gold rotor. The movement on all of these watches is the in-house caliber 240, which was developed for the World Time watch. A few years later, in 2006, they launched the 5130, which increased the size to a more modern 39.5 millimeter. You can see that between 37 and 39.5, you could definitely see the difference when the watches are side by side. On your wrist, it's probably not going to be as drastic of a difference, but they really changed the hour hand. It's very distinct from the minute hand on this one. The center dial, instead of being guilloche, it's now an engine-turned radial sunburst. It's really beautiful. Same kind of case with the curved lugs, same exhibition case back with the same 240 movement with the 22 karat micro rotor, the same platinum deployant buckle with the Patek Philippe seal on it. It's a really beautiful deployant buckle. So those are the main two choices if you're going to get a World Time watch as a man. But if you want to really step things up, you're probably wondering about this one down here. This one is a 36 millimeter, just a little bit smaller than the 37. Patek Philippe seems to think this is exclusively a ladies' watch, but I could definitely see a lot of men wearing it as a really dressy World Time watch. But of course, it's got the Patek Philippe diamonds on it. They use exquisite diamonds that are internally flawless. They're D through G color. They're full cut. They are absolutely gorgeous. I hope you can see the scintillation there in the video. But they've again revamped the center of the dial. It's a silvered center dial on this model. The function is exactly the same 240 movement with the exhibition case back. But look at the buckle on this one. Even the buckle is completely diamond set. Really gorgeous. So we have all of these three in stock at the same time, and you certainly can give us a call. We'll be happy to go over any kinds of differences between them. We'll be happy to help you get the checkout done. If you have any questions about the Patek Philippe World Time, please give us a call. We're excited about it. It's one of our favorite watch movements. Click the bell, like us, and subscribe, and comment. Let us know which ones you like, which ones you don't like, and tell us why. We'd be excited to hear about that. But give us a call here at Swiss Watch Expo.